Too close, too close. Probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie Tootsie. Just gonna sit and chill out here, enjoy the smell of the rain and the newly cooled earth here. There's the mailman. Hey, be sure to double tap the screen to like my video as you come in. Welcome. I think I have it so the chat will show up. Yes. And welcome. I'm Dawn Gloves, and I just went live a little over a minute ago. I'm just literally just hanging out in my garage after having a really nice day. You are first, Fab Daddy. How do you rate your pain from 0 to 10? Eric, hi, it's good to see you. And hi, Lupita. Thanks for coming in. Everybody double tap that screen as you come in. Eric, we just got some rain. How's it going over there in Culver City? It was a pretty good little storm too. Lasted probably about 20 minutes. I had just washed my car an hour before and came home and thought I wanted to sweep up the driveway and clear the leaves and stuff that were there. And halfway through clearing the sidewalk, I hear a clap of thunder, and I said, "Well, I'm just going to finish this anyway." And I'm glad I did. You can see the driveway did pretty good. It's not terribly messy after the rain, and oh, it just smells absolutely wonderful out here. And then, of course, my little car. The bug juice from driving between here and Palm Springs and San Diego is all gone, so it's all good. It's just a little rain. Hey, Brian. Hey, Fuzzy. It's good to see you again. Love brain fog, my love. Thanks for the room rate, guys. I sure do. Except I don't get paid to teach nursing, but thank you. Um, yeah, we're just gonna have a nice casual chat here. You can't hear. Interesting. That's fascinating. Uh, well, if you're finding that using the weed is becoming a problem and holding you back from reaching your goals, I would suggest that you take a look at that and that maybe you need to learn another way. I'm not going to tell you this to stop because that's not necessarily what's right for you, but I could suggest that you just kind of reassess and try to find a balance between enjoying your weed and reaching your goals in uni. Because if that's really important to you, that's something you should work towards. I hope that helps. Um, Eric, I'm not sure. So far, so good. I think I was hoping I put out a bat signal on my little private Facebook group. I hoping where's oh, what brain fog? Can you throw out a text and see if maybe Cricket Cinema has a few minutes for me? I'm gonna go and grab my mail. Hello. Uh, Out here enjoying the rain. Thank you. You too. Ben. All right. That was easy. I'm back. Okay. Actually, I don't eat breakfast, Fab Daddy. I am a night person, and so I have a hard time getting to sleep at night. And then when I wake up, my stomach is not ready to go. I have a tendency to um, just get up and start rolling. I know I need to do better than that. Energy wise, I think I would do better if I got up and had um, some protein first. before I started my day. And um, Pub Brain Pog, do you mind if I tag you in as a mod? I don't even know why I'm asked. I'm just gonna give you a wrench, babe. It is done. So, thanks, Fab Daddy. I love it here. It's funny when I moved in here with friends who've become chosen family. Hi, Lupita. You've never been a mod? Oh, now you get to see how the other half lives, babe. You're gonna enjoy it. And I have the same rules as you. Just you see anybody being unnecessarily rude, slap that hand with a wrench. I don't know what our mail lady was, but she's not our regular mail person, and she just did an illegal UE in the middle of the street. Oh, there's Cricket Cinema. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Yeah, things aren't too terribly out of control here. It's just that I can't. I don't. I just need other hands, just because my brain isn't going to be able to keep up with the chat and talk and mod all at the same time. But thank you for coming. Seal Bill, hi, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. So, yeah, I was just telling everybody how I had to run some errands, pick up some stuff at the pharmacy, decided to wash my car. Hola, Becky! Benvenido! I'm so glad you're here. It's good to see you. Um, yeah, yeah, ran some errands and then decided that we have a brand new car wash. It's one of those fast car washes where, you go through, they like wet your car down. They even sprayed like um bug cleaner on my windshield and stuff for me. And then you roll through and then to the vacuums you go. And it's easy. I pay $35 a month and I can use it every single day if I want to. So that's reason number one. I wasn't upset about the rain. I kind of had it feeling in my bones, literally, that it was going to rain. But I did it anyway because there's something about cleaning my car that just is it feels like self-care. So I rolled through there and I get home and I noticed the temperature had dropped about a degree or so. And I just said, that's okay. Because this morning I was looking at the yard, the driveway and the sidewalk and thinking it's messy. I got to sweep that up. So I did that. And about halfway through sweeping the sidewalk is when I hear the first clap of thunder. So then I was just like, challenge accepted. And so I just made it my challenge to get everything swept up before the first drop of rain. I got it done before the first drop of rain, and probably about 5 minutes. It was amazing. And, and then decided to just stay out here for a minute and enjoy it. And, the shower lasted a pretty good 20 minutes. Did you get any rain? Oh, you're getting thunder there too, Becky? Yeah, there was one, probably about 15 minutes ago. I saw out of the corner of my eye a flash of lightning over there, and before I could say 1/1000, boom, it was close. So it had to been less than a mile. I I hope everybody over there is okay. The owner of the Cybertruck that's this way in the cul-de-sac, they seem to be doing okay because they went out and they actually made it back okay. They must have added some sort of waterproof coating. Oh, Eric, you are so sweet. I haven't been able to mod for you in forever, sweetheart. Um, yeah, yeah, that tree, we have a love-hate relationship. It's behind most of the mess that I cleaned up in the yard today. So, because boy, does it get messy, but it's so pretty. I love that tree. So, yeah, I love this neighbor. Oh, that's what I was saying. So I live with friends. So initially it was four generations of women from one family. It was Grandma Frances, her daughter Shirley, who you'll also hear me refer to as Nana, her daughter Kimberly, who was my best friend slash sister, and her daughter. who at the time went by the name Sophia. That was her birth name. They are now they, them, and chosen name is Princess. And so it's the four of them together in the house and me. And I'm the one that found the house. And it's crazy. When I first drove up to meet the property manager, because we were leasing, uh, I pulled up and I parked right over here in front of the house. And I got out and I just kind of stood in the driveway for a minute and I closed my eyes and I just kind of took in the sounds and the just how it felt. And I was like, okay, that's crazy. I think we're home. And then once I got inside, I did the same thing. Not so much with the rest of the house, but when I went up to the room that became my bedroom, um, I was like, oh, I'm home. Cool. And that was in November of 2017, and so much has happened in the last nearly so let me carry the one. This is going to be what? Hold up. So it's going to be last year was it's going to be 8 years that we've been here in November, and ups and downs, trials, downright tribulations, but we're still here, most of us. There's started out as five of us. There's three of us still standing. We lost Grandma Frances back in 2019. Everybody kept wanting saying, "I think it was COVID." She had advanced COPD and heart failure, and she was in her 80s. I don't think she needed COVID to help her along. She just everyone was shocked by how quickly she declined, but I don't think it was COVID. I had COVID 3 months later. I don't think what she had was COVID. Our male lady, who's subbing, she's struggling. Bless her heart. Because here she comes making another pass with probably mail that she missed delivering the first shot. That she's sweet. So you will still judge me. 8 years with roommates, and oh, trust me, there have been times where, well, and there's another twist to that Fab Daddy because so I said grandma passed away in 2019. We lost Kim, um, Princess's mom, in February of, I'm sorry, March 6th, 2022. And and so since then, I have been Princess's legal guardian. And that's where a lot of the trials and tribulations have been coming from is me who had only raised cats, trying to figure out how to guide a preteen and now teen into and through grieving and growing up towards, approaching adulthood. So, Fab Daddy, why do you ask? I love that, Becky. And normally, that's the same for Black families. I don't think it's so much as it is with Mexican families because y'all are tight, and I love that. But here I am with chosen family, and it's not because um, of any issues with my family. Although I mean, families are family. It's just it just worked out that way. I met Kimberly in nursing school while she was pregnant with Princess. And then her mom, Shirley, also a nurse, is a are you trying to say Wicca? Is that what you're trying to say, Daddy? I'm not Wiccan. Um, but as I don't know if you know Chow Again Smut, she would say auto cock rocket gotcha. Um, let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, meeting in nursing school. So I met Kimberly in nursing school. She was looked 11 months pregnant, and then her mom, Shirley, was one of our nursing instructors. And so Tim and I would just became fast friends. Like as soon as we locked eyes, we're just like, hey, hey. And the rest is history. So yeah, that's where we are. Let's see. Becky says it's only, I'm going to tap this because it actually is going to make it. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Does it do? Oh, I didn't mean to pin it. Not like that. Okay, I'll just try to read it off this tiny screen without the reading glasses that I left upstairs. Well, I mean, in a way. In another way, it's actually kind of timeless. Club Brain Fog. But yeah, I get you. Let's see. It's only hubby and me with the sun coming by often. I don't know how to cook for two. My neighbors are eating good. I love that. And Becky girl, I know you can burn. I still need to get out there and have some of your food. So, trying to think of I missed everything in the world of everything YouTube except for I watched a lot of EDB this morning, LawTube, um, and the Karen Reed trial. And oh my lord, I mean, right out of the gate, I woke up at about 8:30, and fireworks were already going off. I was just literally there was a moment where the whole world just kind of sucked in their breath and said, "Did he really ask that, or did he really say?" Because some I can't remember any of the attorneys' names, but somebody used accidentally opened a door, and the defense walked right on through and just looked around and browsed because they did it, and it was it was a beautiful moment. I had commented. I before I was a nurse, I was actually a court clerk and mostly worked in the clerk's office here in my county. But there were occasions where they would have me sit in the actual courtroom to clerk for a judge if somebody was out or they needed break coverage. I actually did do at least one short trial, boring as hell. Um, so I would look for moments to entertain myself, and that would usually be when one of the and it was usually the most arrogant of the attorneys would start digging and not even realize he doesn't know he's digging. He doesn't know it. He's just digging and he's sinking and sinking, and he doesn't realize it until he's at his knees. He's like, "Oh," and it's too late. You've opened a door to something that was supposed to remain closed, and now it is. You're going to be like, objection, overruled, objection, overruled, because you opened that. And I would always find that so much fun. I'd just be sitting like, you dumbass. Uh, let's see. Who didn't miss much on white? uh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the rest of your stream, Club Brain Fog. Knowledge is key. It definitely is. And yeah, we've got a lot of very intelligent people that are walking the earth that people aren't taking seriously because they don't have degrees, they don't have diplomas, and it really isn't about that. Because we've got a lot of people running around with diplomas and multiple degrees, and they're still dumbasses. Fab Daddy, thank you. I appreciate that. And I don't know. I can tell you that nurses come in all shapes and sizes. I have one, my friend Joe, he would say, "Thank you so much for calling him pretty," because he's absolutely beautiful. So Joe would actually definitely agree with you and say thank you. But I don't know why. Uh, oh, he's always on one, Becky. You know what, Becky? I really wish my memory worked that way, but I can tell you that the fireworks when if you go back and you watch Emily Baker's stream from this morning, uh, and I want to say it was probably about an hour, hour and a half in, um, and just have some popcorn ready. Just have the popcorn ready. It was wild. And from then on, it was just like ups and downs. She is absolutely amazing. Becky, I don't know if I added you to my Facebook group. If I haven't, I will add you. And then I had found a TED talk that she did, and it is absolutely amazing. It bowled me over. I cried, and I think it should be required um, for anybody who's ever been down on themselves, especially about things like getting through school and things like that. It's impressive. Amber, you know what, babe? It is okay. You had sleet? What? You guys are a lot cooler than we are, but sleet in June? What? Oh my gosh. Oh, you're not on Facebook. Okay, Becky. You know what? If I remember, I will, and if somebody maybe remind me in the comments after the live, I'll put a link to EDB's TED Talk because it was just phenomenal and it just popped up in my feed last week. I think it was literally like, you seem like you're having a bad day and you love this chick, so here. And it was perfect. It's so good to see you, Tamber June. Yeah, you and I need to get together. I have been all over creation. Oh, I'm going to put a pin in new job because I want to talk about that because I am loving it. But yeah, the new job has had me everywhere from Palm Springs to here, home in Riverside, and down in San Diego. And so I've been bouncing back and forth for pretty much a month now. And finally, this week, things will settle down, and I'm just going to be here in working at the Riverside Center and the one in Palm Springs. I can't do lives anymore when I'm driving to Palm Springs in the morning because driving into the sun, 9 a.m., it's already in the 90s out there already. My phone heats up and then it live ended. So, but I want to work out some sort of regular streaming. Maybe I might start streaming maybe when I'm coming home. The only problem is that's when everybody else is streaming too. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. But oh, Brian's got fantastic news. Speaking of school, I started. Yes, Brian, I am so freaking excited for you. Get it, sir. Get it. That is so cool. Crazy. I would probably really be good for auditing courses, because I have to take out the stress in order to enjoy it. But when I take out stress, I can take a science class and I'm good. I love learning sort of assignment deadlines and things like that. Um, so I sometimes I think I couldn't do it right now because I have literally way too much going on. But um, yeah, I love learning. So I am so excited for you. How many units are you taking? What's your load like? Yeah, that is exciting stuff. Oh, you're getting some light rain now? Okay. I hope it stays light because it sounds like Orange County got a little slapped around. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice and quiet now. I'm happy. I'm happy. This today was a good day. It had the potential to be challenging. Yesterday was really challenging. Um, like I said earlier, I have cats, and so to become an instant mom, waking up one Sunday morning was a huge shock. And I think I'm doing okay because they and I we're still here. So I've gotten the keep everybody safe and alive part right. Um, so it's kind of a matter of, I guess, at the end of each day assessing, did I do more good than harm? Which is kind of the same thing I do with my, when I worked in hospitals. Yeah, just really, did I do everything I could to keep my patient as healthy and safe as possible? That it was a good day. And so that's how I'm trying to look at my role as guardian slash parent because you don't get a manual when the child is born to you. You sure as heck don't get one when they are gifted to you by the universe. And yeah, It's been a wild ride. Let's see what Brian's saying in here. Oh, Tamber said my sister audited this semester before she took the class. That's some next level thinking right there. That is next, and she knew the material. She all she had to do was maybe brush up on her notes and everything, and tell me she got an A. I'm pretty sure she did. That's amazing. Your dad was a welder. That is that requires amazing skill, and it's something that's not it's technical and art, welding. Even if it's stuff that's, like, behind walls that nobody's ever gonna see, it's still both technical and art. Starting off with a short summer term to get back in the groove. Biology and music appreciation. That's the way to do it. Master of Fine Arts. Gotta get my undergrad first. Brian, I am so excited. Fab Daddy, get that unit. Take badminton, take a couple of take a couple of easy classes and get that. It's 1 unit. That's easy peasy. Just pick something easy as long as it's not something, if you're only down to 1 unit, I can imagine it's probably just an elective or something, right? In school for the next 5 weeks, then back in late August for 12 hours, 4 classes, all in my major and minor. Whoa, so you're diving in head first. You're getting your feet wet over the summer and then gonna just dive head in. I love that. That's good. Oh, absolutely, Brian. Yeah. Welding is something amazing. If I wasn't afraid of all of the sparks and whatnot, it looks like it would be fun. See? Fab Daddy, just what I was saying. It's technical, it's science, it's art, it's both. I did not know about these Cub Fog, and I'm now gonna have to look at their I'm gonna have to look at their courses. Sweet. Mm, yeah. Well, and here's what I'm learning is, Becky, through all of this, I had my own trauma. I was with Nana. We she found Kim and then came and got me. So, because she passed away here in the house. And like I had to do a special type of trauma therapy called EMDR so that I was either going to leave or I was going to burn the house down. And we don't own it. We still rent. So, I didn't want to do that. Everyone else wanted to stay. They still considered this home, and I hated the place. And so, um I can only own my trauma. I can only own my pain. I can do what I can to them in their trauma and in their pain. And it sucks what the universe has handed them. But at the same time, and unfortunately, the burden is on them to learn how to navigate through that. What the best I can do is tell them what I know, the healthier parts of it, and then get them the resources. So, and that's something I've been working on really hard since the middle of last month, because last month they fired their entire mental health care team. So we're starting over with a new one and just trying to get them to understand, yeah, this sucks. All of this sucks. You didn't deserve any of this, but it is what it is. And if you're going to feel better, you're the one that has to actually do the work. But I get a lot of all weekend I was heard, "You're not helping me, you don't help me." And I'm trying to get her to understand that I can't save her. She has to help herself. She has to save herself. Let's see, what am I missing? Not to play with. allowed to play with the soldering stuff when we were children. I don't know why. Yeah, isn't that weird? That's just rude, Cricket. Look at some. Oh, cool. I would love to. I have a friend up in Napa that I would love to visit. Hi, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so glad you're here. It's good to see you. My friend had to do the same when she walked in on her aunt having been, oh my God. Mm. God bless your friend Tamara June. Because, and that's the thing, we can, we experience pain and trauma and we can let them rule us or we can rule them and for be able to turn around and use what she learned from that experience to help other women. That is a beautiful thing. You know what, Fab Daddy? No pain at all. On this earth, in this mortal coil, there's no such thing as no pain at all. We have to learn how to breathe through it and move through it because it's a fact of our life. And I used to really think that sucked, but the especially on a day like today, can you look at me and tell that I am currently in, I'm going to give it a 4, 4 out of 10 pain. I'm always in some sort of pain. I have chronic back pain, but I got out here and I swept that because it needed to be done. And I found ways to do it in which uh, I wouldn't cause more pain and discomfort. And to be perfectly honest, after I was done, the pain that radiated from my lower back and down my left leg has subsided, and I'm actually quite comfortable right now. So, let's see. Oh, your work and designs are in Napa. Okay. Long time, but she's doing much better. EMDR, I'm telling you, EMDR is it doesn't there's no one particular trauma therapy that is one size fits all and works well for others, but I can attest to EMDR working very well for me. I mean, it turned me around so I could face the right direction. I don't even know how to describe it. This was it's been carry the one. It's been 3 years now, a little over 3 years. Becky says that's true when the anger was channeled to me. Yes, and that's what I've been getting. Got a lot of that this weekend. Um, I told him, I'm your mom. I give mom advice. You need a therapist to help you through the loss. My dad was his everything. Yeah, that's hard. That's really, really hard. But you told him the right thing, Becky. That's it, exactly. You know what, Fab Daddy? It's okay. Um, it's okay if you haven't figured out who you want to be when you grow up yet, because I'm still in the back of my head. I'm just kind of like, what I've really decided is that I'm just going to be me. And the growing up part, whatever. I am blessed to have found my way into nursing because the magical thing is, and there's that pin I put in on the note about my new job, is that I can be a nurse for the rest of my life and never do work the same job. I can do all sorts of different things in nursing, and they don't have to be boring things like case management. So, I climbed up and down ladders yesterday and found those muscles I haven't used in a while. Yep, happens to the best of us. Let's see. Go back, saw that, I saw that. Really? Okay, and I thought I had heard about her using it. I'll have to see if I can find that video. I love me some Miley. I gotta listen to her new album again. I was listening to it Saturday and I was kind of like, I was expecting it to be as good as the her previous album, or I'm not sure if it was the most recent, but the one with flowers on it. Um, yes, nursing is a career and not a job. I wish there more nurses understood that because a lot of them approach it like it's just a job. And if they had any idea that if they didn't like what they were doing, there was literally a million other things in nursing that they could do. Um, and still enjoy themselves. I mean, it blew my mind. I didn't think I could have this much fun and be a nurse. I'm doing therapy session with half current problems, half trauma therapy. That is great, Amber. Work on it. And like I said, it's hard, but the only way forward is through. We have to go through it in order to get to the other side. So that's exciting. I'm here for you, Tamber June. Neighbor to my west. You're 53, and I still haven't figured out what I want to be when I grow up, or even if I exactly, exactly. And as much as I'd like to call everyone, "Hi, kitty." I don't know if you could. Oh, no, it's not pointed. No, let me see if I can. There's a little kitty. Well, now he's behind the tree. There's a little kitty. Oh, right there. There he goes. Um, Squirrel. What was I saying? Uh, yeah, not everybody's cut out for nursing, but boy, if it was, I would be like, first of all, we need nurses, and second, come, please, have fun with me. It's amazing. Uh, let's see. That's good to hear, Brian. Yeah, and the good ones do. I remember when I was in the VN program, first day of school, they have all, I think there were 62 of us in the classroom. And they took the time to go around the room and have every single one of us introduce ourselves and say why we were getting into nursing. And I think I went before my classmate Mark, and explained how, well, my grandmother was an LPN in Arizona, and I always admired her, what she did, was very proud of her. I still have the picture of her in her cat, her nursing hat and her, white dress from her graduation and everything. And I want to do this to honor my grandmother. And few people later, and most people had something similar where a nurse had touched their life, or they wanted to get in because they care about people and they want to help people and things like that. And then it gets around to Mark, who's like, well, I heard the money was good. He's still working. I just don't know how good a nurse he is. I'm hoping that some experience happened, and it helped him change his mind about how to see it, or COVID made him decide it wasn't worth the money anymore. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But there were a lot. It wasn't the majority, but there were probably too many students that went into nursing because they heard the money was good, and they don't make great nurses. Um, let's see. Best to be a kid at heart, otherwise you might as well lay down, and exactly. And that's the thing, is if you're to me, if you're not growing and learning, you're probably no longer with us. Uh, my kid joints are kid like, or I needs sorting out. We head to the beach with my therapist because I have panic attacks. I need to move closer to the beach. That sounds fantastic, Becky. Are not like kid joints. Got it. That's beautiful, Becky. I am so glad that you have the ability to do that with your therapist. One of the things that we're doing, the therapist actually comes to our house to work with Princess because they are more comfortable if they start getting upset, if they have their things with them, or any one of the, carry the one, seven animals, no, six, eight, 11 animals. We have six cats, two chihuahuas, and three guinea pigs. So if she has an animal she can grab to use for comfort, or an object, something from, something of hers here, and it seems to help her get through hard stuff. So but gosh, therapy at the beach sounds magical. I would get a lot done. Eric, I've been dealing with leg and back pain since April of last year. My doctor wanted me to do physical therapy and do exercises from home. It didn't help me. I have low muscle tone in my. You need to move, Eric. You got to move. The muscle tone isn't going to come back on its own. It's movement that's going and doing the exercises. Do as much as you can, and then the next day, try to do a little bit more, but just do it. That's what I recommend, baby. Um, and that's what one thing when I was just like, when I heard that first clap of thunder when I was out here, I remember thinking, but I'm like actually getting I had found a way to make it exercise. I had Kendrick Lamar going on in my ears and I'm just like dancing, grooving and sweeping and um there's ways to get it done. If you can't comfortably do the physical therapy exercises, like Club Brain Fog said, just walk. Take a walk around the neighborhood. Head to the beach, take a walk there. But you have to move. The move is going to help you build up your muscle tone. You don't have to lift weights for muscle tone. You just need to move them. When muscles are not used, if we're sitting too much, um, that's when the muscles lose their tone. So you got to move it, move it. Reformer Pilates, that is great. Not everybody has the ability to do that. Because it's reformer requires some special equipment, doesn't it? But it is very, very effective. Let's see. I am ashamed that I have fun with YouTube. I should be out enjoying reality, but you know what, Fab Daddy? I am the same. When's the last time you saw me on here live? It was a few weeks ago, and I was sitting driving a car. So, this is don't be mistaken and think that the activities of today are a regular thing. This is like literally since we've lived here, the first time I've taken it upon myself to sweep the driveway and sidewalk. But I enjoyed myself and I intend to do it again because it was great um, exercise and it got me out here breathing Riverside County air and and then I got to enjoy a beautiful. It was delicious. Rainstorm. It was just wonderful. And so, getting more exercise doesn't necessarily mean, buying weights and things and creating a home gym. I got my exercise today with a broom and a dustpan that I got at Dollar Tree. Exercise, all it's really required is movement. So just get out there and do it. If you know anybody with a pool and you can swim, that helps too because the water acts as natural gentle resistance that's easy on your joints and swimming in the water tones your muscles. It improves your muscle tone. So yeah. Yeah, there are Pilates classes and studios. The only thing is sometimes that's cost prohibitive for some of us as well. I not see you because you deleted your message because there was a dollar sign. Hi. Thanks for coming. It's so good to see you. Oh, and I love you guys. I've got 10 viewers and I've got 10 likes. You know how I am about having those statistics. Got to have it 100%. Thank you very much for that. Um, yeah, so I keep putting a pin in the new job. You guys ready to hear about it? It's so amazing. So I think I've given when I was commuting out there, the couple of lives that I did there, or then last month, said that I'm working at Squirrel, literally. Hi. Let me see if I can get him. And I'm gonna move this over this way. I'm gonna like, you guys see him? There he is. Hello. Um, Remind me where you are, Antics. Oh, are you heading out, Fab Daddy? It was really good. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. Oh wow, I've been going 45 minutes exactly now. Um, Squirrel. Literally. Um, yeah, my train of thought just all kind of derailed. Come back. Come back. He's just chilling too. Um, so I'll just take it all the way back to Daisy. A lot of things in my life go back to my friend Daisy. So oh, get a few raindrops again. Um, Back in fall of 2023, I got a Facebook friend request from somebody who I didn't recognize at first. I definitely will send you an email because it would be great to meet up with you. Um, didn't recognize who the person was. I kept looking at the picture and I'm staring at the eyes and I'm like, I know those eyes. It turned out to be somebody who I had known for over 30 years, and they were now a trans woman. And so, did Mr. Squirrel leave? Okay, so I am going to flip it Kitty's garage and then turn it back this way. There we go. I like that view better. And I used to have this garage so organized, and then it's not anymore. So that's something I want to take on soon, is get this reorganized, because it's just we can get a car in here except for the oddly placed dresser in the middle of the space. But um TLDR, or TLDL, too long didn't listen. Um Reconnected with a friend after she came out as trans, and she had reached out to me. Very well fed squirrel. Yeah. This is a good neighborhood for squirrels, raccoons, and even possums. They get much love here. We don't like feed them, but we're not showing them away. They get what they need. So she trusted me enough when she came out, and she reached out to me, and I'm eternally grateful to her for that, because and I don't think she realized at the time. I think she just thought she was reaching out to an old friend. But she changed my life by doing that. She and I were able to spend some time, not enough, together last year, and then I lost her to cancer last August. Okay, Becky, you get those doggies in from the rain. It was very good chatting with you too. Thank you so much for coming in, and I will see you next time. Let's see. Grab life in the now. Yes. No use. This used to be that. Yeah, exactly. Club brain fog, because there's nothing we can do about even what happened 5 minutes ago. All we have is right now. We don't even have the next moment yet. So, yeah, have to live in the now. Uh, Before I lost her, in fact, it was about this time last year, she had started, she had been receiving services and assistance from a center out in Palm Springs for transgender individuals. And not only do they help you with gender affirming care, they also had services when she got kicked out and was basically living in her car and literally mentally over it, emotionally over it. She received assistance from them where they helped her with her rent in an apartment for 3 months until she was able to start earning enough money to pay it on her own. They took very good care of her. Um, they also, of course, in gender affirming care, offer hair removal services and things like that. Um, because the hormone replacement therapy gets you part of the way there. It doesn't get you all the way there. And for trans women looking in the mirror and seeing, for anyone really, looking in the mirror and seeing hair in places where it does, you don't feel it should be, eats at your soul. I have a good friend that has a condition called PCOS. It She's was assigned female at birth, but this particular condition wreaks havoc on the reproductive system. She was never supposed to be able to have a child, and she has a beautiful boy. I love this boy. And he had some problems when he was first born, but otherwise, as far as I'm concerned, he is sheer perfection. And but in addition to reproductive issues, PCOS can cause um, I don't know how to say it. It's basically where you're growing body hair in places where you don't want body hair. And so there are a lot of women who, because of PCOS, will develop an actual a beard, and it looks just as thick as a beard that a man could possibly grow. And what people don't understand when they're saying that this, transgender health is not valid is a lot of the services that they require services that cisgendered people may need as well. And it's still considered gender affirming care. Because if you're a woman who's growing a beard, that doesn't feel gender affirming. So there's a whole lot of things about the way the world is, and it's not everybody, but sectors of the population are thinking about these things. It makes me wonder if where they learned how to think. That's all. Um, but yeah, in my work, what I do is, oh, let me go back it up. So Daisy, had actually been hired by them to become an electrolyst. That's where they use a fine needle. They go in and they zap each individual hair follicle to stop the hair from growing. And it takes a long time, but ultimately the results are pretty permanent. And so she had just started training. She was due to graduate in September. She was so excited about it, and was good at it from what I heard from her classmates. And she was telling me, you should come and work with us because you're a nurse. You can do laser hair removal. And I'm like, I never even thought of that. And that was about this time last year. The next 2 months went by so fast, I didn't have time to think about it. And then she was gone. Um, since then, that's my neighbor Bestie and her daughter. Um, since then, and I had a job that I loved, and but things were getting kind of messy there in terms of management. Can ruin everything if you let them. Um, the is to find ways to not let them. So by February, the manager I had calls me into the office and she starts enumerating some mistakes that I had made, mistakes that were caught and were corrected. And then I had actually taken measures literally just the previous week and hadn't had a chance to talk to her about them yet. That I'm going to say is on me because if I had updated her regularly, let her know what measures I was taking to make sure I didn't make mistakes like that again, maybe it would have ended differently. But you know what? I think it worked out exactly the way it was supposed to. So I'm not even worried about all of that. Um, but yeah, calls me into the office. I want to say it was February 7. Yeah. And she, yeah, enumerates all of my mistakes, doesn't ask me, "Are you okay? Do you need help with anything?" None of the things that I would expect an actual leader to do. No, she just said, "So because of this, I'm going to take this many hours away and give them to another nurse, and we're just going to have you teach the classes." And I said, so carry the one. That amounts to 12 hours a month teaching the classes. And I said, I have a teenager at home. That's not going to work for me. You do that, I have to go and find a separate job. And I don't want to work two jobs. Turned to the calendar on the wall behind me. And I said, so let's call 3 weeks. Let's call the 28th my last day. And she just kind of sat there like, I'm like, what did you expect me to do? So backing up though from that Friday to the previous Tuesday, I had gotten home from work and the universe said, "It's time to update your resume." Like I almost heard it in my head. So I said, "Okay." I don't know what that means. I had a feeling, and so I updated my resume, and then I sent a text to a friend of mine who had actually been Daisy's roommate when they were out here training to become electrolysis. Roommate is now an electrolysis, has been working there since I think I want to say October, November. She graduated in September too. And she works down in the center in San Diego. And so um and she's trans. I sent her a text and said, "Hey, I'm thinking it's time to make a change. Who do I send my resume to?" And she gave me the name of the supervisor, the nurse supervisor for the centers. And I said, "Okay." But I just kind of sat on it there. So come Friday, when I have this fantastic meeting with the supervisor or the clinical manager, I'm just like, "I'm good." You know that meme of, Leonardo DiCaprio where he's walking like this and he looks all happy? That is how I left that day. So, I, um, got home, I sat down, I, put some finishing touches on the resume, wrote a cover letter, and sent that off to, the clinical manager. I think I set it so it would actually send on Monday because this was a Friday evening, and she called me Tuesday. And by Thursday, she and I had completed a telephone interview, and she was had giving my information and making a recommendation for an interview to the CEO and operations manager. So um, I was basically hired in the interview, kinda. They did have me go down and just observe for a day to see if it was something that I would like. And I guess that was me interviewing them. And they're like, "So do you want to do it?" I'm like, "Yeah." Because what I get to do all day is help other people feel better about themselves, and I love it because it feeds me too, and I've been working there since the beginning of April officially. I don't feel like I've worked a day yet, except for when I have to sit down and do my charting. Otherwise, I don't feel like I'm working. And it has been absolutely amazing. Even with me, one week I literally worked in Palm Springs, Riverside, and San Diego in the same week, and I don't even complain. When I go down to San Diego, I s- I stay with my cousin. Um, and when I'm in Palm Springs, I've got friends out there that'll let me stay overnight if I need to. So it's not even a big deal like with the drive and the gas. I don't mind at all. And I am just loving it. So, and I mean, I wish everybody could have a job like that where they absolutely love it. And I think it's possible. It's just, I guess, a matter of finding what feeds you and pays your bills, um, and makes you happy. I guess. I don't know. I don't have any wise words on that. I can just share my story, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. What do you guys think? If there was one thing that you could do where there were no obstacles in your way to get there, what is it? What do you want to do? And then once you figured that out, I guess clear the obstacles if there are any and just do it. I don't know. I don't know. It sounds good when I say it out loud. Do feel very, very blessed. It is, Eric. I love it so much. And it's becoming challenging, not in terms of work, but in terms of because this. Yes, I'm still here. What do you mean? Oh my God, you're still talking. How rude. Um, Oh, I do, laser hair removal, for a transgender wellness center. So I'm working in gender affirming care, but it doesn't just have to be for transgender women. It can also be for cisgendered women who have conditions like PCOS or any kind of hair that they feel that robs them of their femininity. And so, and I'm loving it. So basically I get paid to help other people feel better about themselves. And it's marvelous. So, but yeah, things are getting a little rough financially because uh, in today's political climate, for some reason, the healthcare of certain groups of people is political now, and so we've lost grants. Um, oh, thank you. I don't know if I'm amazing. I'm just doing. I got to do what I got to do to stay alive, and somehow I can manage to do that and help other people at the same time. It's just working out. Oh, club brain fog. I didn't have any confidence in anything until I did this. About last July, I told Papa Cat, I found what I do. I love that because you know what? We've seen it. We might not tell you, but we've seen it because you are not the same club brain fog that you were last year. And oh my goodness, we should do like a retrospective or something for your first anniversary. That would be so much fun. Um, because you've always been you out there doing your thing, but there was a point where all of a sudden it just sort of like the flower opened and you were like confidently you, and it was beautiful. Oh, that's I love that for you, Club Brain Fog. And I don't mean that in a sarcastic way, as like, when I love the black eye on Elon Musk's face. I love that for him too, but this is a good love that for you. Okay, guys, it looks like I've gone over an hour here, which is remarkable. I think I had said something like, I think I might go live for a few minutes. But this was great. And oh, I love you. You know that. Um, my battery is in the red. It still says 20%, but I should probably get that on the charger just to keep the battery healthy. But thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. And we will do it again soon. I'm not going to promise any consistency. I have ADHD and I just don't want to lie to people like that. But you will see me again soon. And I really appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me uh, through the rain and after the rain. And so I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a wonderful night. And yeah, Cricket, I called for you. I'm surprised you didn't hear it through space and time. I actually said, "Where's Cricket Cinema? I need a mod." Thank you so much for being here, Erica. You dry out there, and please, love, get out there and move. Okay, everybody, get out there and move. Stretch, hydrate, and oh, do you see my sticker? It says it's backwards, I think, but it says kind of salty. Um, because saline, normal saline. But get out there, move, hydrate, and spread love. Okay. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.